Hey folks, this is Drew Barrett and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. The video that will follow, I hope you like it. If you like it, just give me a little thumbs up on the button there. And of course, you can always feel free to subscribe and always feel free to share anything that I post. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about 4 things in about 20 different steps. But 4 things in about 20 different steps. But anyway, it should be a fairly short video, so let's get to it. Today I want to talk about, things that can make your day and your life go a lot easier. We all have days, we all have reactive days, we all have, things that we have to do that some of us like, some of us don't like. Some of our days start bad, some of our days start okay. Some of our days, start great. But there are things we can control. But there are 4 things that everybody needs. And, I turned 48 the other day, and I look back on things a little differently. And if I had known these 4 things, I think it really, really would have helped me out. But, everybody on the planet needs hope. Everybody on the planet needs direction. We all definitely need encouragement from other people. And we all follow a specific process, whether we realize we do or not. Every day, most of us do the same things over and over. It's like the old saying of, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and failing, why do you keep doing the same thing over and over? Or, so there's a process that I use that I'm kind of forced to use, and we'll get to that later. First thing we're going to talk about is hope. We all need hope. Hope is the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, let's be honest. Sometimes that light is brighter than others, but we all need hope, and we all need to see that light. If we lose focus on that life, we get stagnated and we sit where we are. We never want to stay where we are. We always want to keep moving forward. In the Bible, in Isaiah chapter 4, verse 31, it says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. We will soar on the wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary, and they will walk and not be faint." So that's pretty cool verse about hope. The second thing that I was going to talk about is direction. Direction is pretty easy in our home. We all use a free app, Google Calendar. I'm sure iPhone has one too. I'm not a Mac person, but I'm sure you got a calendar. But I use it, my wife uses it, my son uses it. I can look at my schedule, I can look at her schedule, I can look at his schedule, and they can all review my schedule. So it makes our life a lot easier because any of us can see each other's schedule. So before we schedule something else, we look at the schedule and go, that works for me, because if Deanna needs to be there, I know she can be there. If it's something for Ethan and I need to be there, he knows I can be there or I can't. So we physically live and die and breathe. Die is probably not a good word in my house. Live, die, and breathe by that schedule. As a matter of fact, we have a saying in our house that if it isn't on the schedule, it isn't real. That way we can act on our day proactively instead of reacting to our day. Encouragement is the next thing I want to talk about. Everyone, and I mean everyone, needs encouragement. I don't mean we have to lie to encourage somebody when they do something bad, stupid, or wrong. I mean we need to encourage each other to be better. We need to encourage each other to be better than what they were yesterday, and we were yesterday. We need to encourage each other to try harder than we did yesterday. We need to encourage each other to stay focused on our goals. We need to tell people that they are important. We need to encourage people by letting them know they're here for a reason. We need to encourage people by letting them know God didn't make any extra people on the planet. There is something here for you to do. We need to offer a kind word. We need to offer a listening ear. Offer a sincere hug if somebody needs a hug. If somebody puts a prayer request on Facebook or Twitter and you hit like or you say prayers, hey, guess what? Actually do that. That's awesome. Now we're going to get into specific processes for the day. A lot of people have a wandering process, but it's the same thing they do every day. They get up, they wander around, they make their coffee, they might do this, they might do that, no particular order. They know they got to get to work. They have 20,000 things on their mind, and I get that, I understand. But the way I have to live my life with my sickness and the stuff that I go through, I have to mentally, physically, and strategically control my day. So I am a mad hatter when it comes to my process. So I have nights that I sleep okay, which is very rare, but I also have nights, which is most nights, that I don't sleep. So the first thing I do, no matter when I get up, I've got a 5-step process I do every morning. It's 5 steps. My wife is actually over here off camera. Sweetie's off camera. But she can tell you, if these 5 steps don't happen, my day's shot. So I fight for these 5 steps. But every day, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what time I get up, early or late, I control this exact process. Step 1, 5 steps we're going to go through. Step 1, I give thanks for just waking up. I give thanks right then, right there. I'm laying flat on my back in the bed. As soon as my eyes open, I give thanks. That's step 1. Step 2 is I feed my soul. I read my verse of the day. If it's a particular verse that really touches me, I'll share it on Facebook or I'll share it on Twitter. But I don't do that every day because sometimes, nothing against the verse that I get that day, it just doesn't speak to me that day. So if it really speaks to me and I feel that I need to post it, I post it hoping maybe it's going to speak to somebody else. Step 3, I do my daily devotional. Both steps 2 and 3 are super easy with today's technology because I use a totally free app called YouVersion. It's a Bible app. It's got all the different translations on it. It's available on Google Play, and if you use an Apple product, I know it's available in their app store. So steps 2 and 3 are easy to do: a daily devotional and get a Bible verse every day. I do those probably as soon as my feet hit the floor. I'm sitting on the side of the bed at this time. My feet are on the floor, trying to focus my eyes. The letters are blown up real big so I can see without my glasses. Step 4 is I feed my body and review my Google schedule. I make a very simple breakfast every morning. We won't go into details, but while I'm preparing breakfast, I actually have step 5 going simultaneously. Step 5 is I feed my mind because I've got to keep my mind focused and I've got to keep my mind positive and I've got to keep my mind right. So I know a lot of people out there struggle with depression. I know a lot of people out there struggle with anxiety. I know a lot of people out there don't always have the best morning. But this is something you can do technically in the car. Some of y'all can do it at work. You can do it definitely at home on your computer, on your smartphone, or whatever. YouTube has millions upon millions and millions of motivational videos available. And I subscribe to several of them, and I basically have them playing as background noise. So most of my day, if I'm in the car by myself, because it drives everybody else nuts, if I'm at home by myself or wherever I am, I've got motivational tracks going. Some of them are from pastors, some of them are from athletes, some of them are from great coaches, some of them are from businessmen, but I constantly and consistently have something playing in the background. Some of the channels that I personally subscribe to are, the first one is Mulligan Brothers. They actually have a live channel that streams 24/7. Motivational Archive has a live channel that streams 24/7, and Silent Motivation. Those are 3 that I listen to a lot, but there's lots of others that I listen to. T.D. Jakes, I listen to him a lot. Braxton Hunter, I listen to some of his shows too. There are different pastors. There are just different speakers that I just really enjoy. All in all, steps 1 through 4 take less than an hour of my day. But I'm ruthless when it comes to that first hour of my day. If I can control that first hour, I can control most of the rest of the day. That first hour is what keeps me on track. You are the only person that can determine your effectiveness and potential and impact on any situation at any given time. I also end my day with a process. It's a very simple 2-step process, and I do it when I go to bed. Step 1, believe it or not, I review my schedule for the next day. A lot of people do not like to worry about next day right when they go to bed. To me, it keeps me on track. It lets me know, hey, I've got to be at this doctor's appointment at this time early or later, or we have this person coming or whatever. So I reviewed my schedule, and I'm actually able to sleep very well at night with that. I don't sit there and worry about it, and I think it's because I've reviewed the schedule. I've set it in my mind of what to expect. And step 2, the last step that I do for the day, is I give thanks for the day. No matter how good, bad, or in between, I give thanks for that day. I give thanks for those situations because hopefully I want to learn something from them if it was bad. And if it was awesome, I want to give thanks. But I also do this final step is I pray for all the folks that have asked me to pray for them that day. And there we get back to our Facebook and Twitter and text messages and messenger messages and all that stuff where people go, hey, I need prayers, pray for my family, pray for so-and-so, pray for so-and-so. It's real easy for us to say that we're going to do something and lose track of it. So just take some time and actually pray for who you say you're going to pray for. Prayer works. Trust me, I would not be here if prayer did not work. 19 surgeries since 2012. Lots of opportunities not to be here. If prayer did not work, I would not be here. I look at it like this. If I can control how my day starts and how my day ends, I'm ahead of most folks that are simply reacting to their day. So remember this. You can only control you. You're the only person that can do it. Nobody else can. People can advise you. You can have the best advice in the world. Perfect example. You can have all the tools you need, but if you don't act on them, it doesn't matter. If somebody set me in a sawmill and the person had the sawmill, made beautiful boards and could make beautiful wooden furniture out of it, and it gave me those exact tools to do what they do, I couldn't do it. I don't know how. But you control you. So you do the best that you've got to do. You do the best you can, with what you have to do with. And you use whatever you know how to do to the very best of your ability every day. There are no second chances. You can control you. I've said all that to say this. Have an awesome day. Deuces. Hey, if this video has helped you, or if you have a suggestion to help others with tips on how you keep going when the going gets tough, please comment below. You never ever know who you're helping. Hey, once again, I'm Drew Barry, and this channel is for you. If there's something bothering you or that you're struggling with and you'd like me to talk about it, just let me know. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch. And please remember, once again, hit the little subscribe button up there and check me out on Facebook and Twitter. As always, feel free to share anything that I post. Have an awesome day and God bless.